Hi folks, well I've ordered a Logitech 920 C920 webcam. I think I'll still have to put the videos together, but I was playing about with a very cheap webcam that I've used when I first started on YouTube, and it does record in separate videos when I play stop, if I go and answer the front door or make a cup of tea or stop for some reason or other. But on the Windows Movie Maker, yeah, it's just very easy to knit them to save them all in one go, and I don't have to change them from MOD file to MP4, which will open on my Windows laptop and will play on the TV through the TV as well. MOD won't play, so that could be good. So I'm expecting that on Wednesday or Thursday. So in the meantime, I won't answer the phone, I won't make a cup of tea, I won't even stop, I'll just carry on. Alright, watercolour. This is the Winsor & Newton £90 paper. I don't use it that often, I try to conserve it as much as possible. I use the cheaper or the lesser one, the Fabriano £130. Right, okay, so I've got my palette in a stay wet tray. I'll wet the paper all over. It's quite dry today. It's a beautiful day, beautiful late spring day. We have had some nice spring weather, but then we're being an island, we get quite a bit of wet from the Atlantic. But we've had some lovely weather this week, and it's a beautiful day today. So cheer us all up in this part of the UK anyway. Right, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'll put a sky in. I know some of you like the softness that you get with this paper, so we'll just leave some white areas. Okay, I'm going to put in some blue. Now I haven't used this paint box since Friday, I think, and it's the paints are all nice and sloppy. Okay, let's put a bit of cloud in there, mix a bit of light red with that blue. All this is like tube colour. So we'll so remember that these colours dry much lighter when you put them on. But if I do some water, I'll just put that background, some coming off. So what I've done is I've put these clouds here going off the page. Okay, I'll reclip the paper because it expands as the water soaks into it. It's very, very absorbent, this paper. But Ken probably, I don't think he's got any more of it. Oh, I'm working on 2 sheets of paper. Oh, can't be doing that. Whoa, 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 what? Let's take that one off. Alright, make sure we're more or less where we were on the camera. Yeah, that'll do. Excuse me. Alright, okay. I've lost the clip. So that's gone completely flat now. So let's put in a bit of distance, bit of blue. Take it out of the box. And I'll flood some other colours into this sort of. This is so easy to do a Lakeland scene. put in some burnt sienna, my favourite colour. I'll do an oil painting after this on Patreon, I think. And use more colours than I have been using. I've been using just 3 colours plus a bit of black. It was quite challenging to get the whole range of colours, but it's a lovely effect. And I've got a load of MDF board, 2mm thick, which is very thin, and lovely to work on with acrylic and oil. Put a bit of blue in there. Got a rogue hair there somewhere. Sticking up. Trim him out. This is all about controlling the water on the brush. But that comes with experience. The more you do, the easier it becomes. But sometimes the corner of the hake doesn't like to stay separate. Or stay separate, it won't go back into the main brush. But I'm just putting all these lovely colours in here. It's just a bit of red, sienna, blue. The thing about putting in all these darker colours is that it gives you some scope to scrape out, or scrape out, but lift out with the card won't work very well on this, but you can always go over it with one bit of white gouache. Don't like this, hey? The corners don't like to stay with the rest of the brush. Maybe because I haven't got enough water on the brush. So we just pick up a bit of green. Okay. Bring that down. You can't do this easily with Fabriano, or the cheaper Fabriano. I'm not criticising Fabriano, it's a studio quality paper which Steve Cronin put me on when I first started all this. It's what he was using. And it's a lot cheaper than Arches. And if you muck it up, you can paint in oil over it, or in acrylic. So there's plenty of colour in there. Let's see if we can add some more colour. Some burnt sienna and yellow. Flood that in there. Just change those colours a little bit too dark there. Right. Let's just put a beachy colour on there. So burnt sienna or burnt umber even. Straighten it all up. So if anybody wants to contribute a small amount of money on Patreon towards the expense of this channel and the webcam, it would be gratefully received. Still going uphill. You could always draw a horizon and paint down to it. Romance, and I'm no use to sometimes stick a lump of masking tape across it, but I don't really like doing that. Well, let's have some we'll rectify that with some of that. It's still going up a little bit. You can always put it in a slightly slanted in a mount if you're bothered about it, or cover it up with an island or something. Okay, so there's a background. I want a bit more dark in there, so we'll just add a little bit of that bit of sienna, bit of yellow. More dark in there. Just using the corner of the brush, that's all I've got the paint on. Okay. Now a bit of foreground. Before I do, make sure the brush is clean. I'll just drag a bit of that light red and ultramarine. Okay, that's reflecting a bit of that sky there. But I don't want to, well, it may be. Drag a bit of water through there. We'll put a little bit of that background in, I think. Different colours. The green. The blue. Maybe it was better without doing that. But I want to preserve some of that light in the water. That's quite dark in there, isn't it? Bit of sienna in there. Alright, well we won't be able to see much more of the reflection from behind there, so we'll let that go. Now we want a bit of foreground. No, quite simple. Bit of burnt sienna, bit of yellow. With that. So in advance of receiving this webcam, I managed to turn off the built-in camera on my laptop, my Windows laptop. I'm quite pleased about that. Did it all on my own. Usually have to phone a friend. I did warn him that I might be phoning him. I'll see him tomorrow now, weekly bike ride. Hey Chris, how do I do this? He was a retired head teacher and he spent quite a bit of time early on with computers in his school, doing videos with children. There's a junior school over in Epsom. Oh, that's a bit of greenery, bit of Payne's grey, a bit of yellow, nice dark green. cadmium yellow is a beautiful mixer. The cadmium yellow light isn't. I struggle with it. Right, let's just put some in here. A bit of colour all the way across there. This sort of bed marshy grass. Okay. Now, a nice bit of warm in there. Then we can add some bits and pieces to that. I've lost count of the number of lake scenes I've done, but they all turn out different. But part of the repertoire with the woodland scenes. I've lately been adding a few buildings. Just put that away from it, it'll come into damage with my spare bit of paper. Right, I'm going to use gouache in this when I get around to it, if it still hasn't dried out. Right, I want to dry the paper now just a little bit, so bear with me. Thursday, hopefully I'll be able to turn the video off, because you have to save it. You still have to save it to Windows Movie Maker, so it'll all knit together, and you won't know that you won't be able to hear this. And I think we just need a little bit of detail in the foreground there. And then I'm going to use some gouache just to put some buildings or something in there. I've been using this brush for oils. So let's use a bit of black, a bit of that sienna, or Payne's grey should I say, slightly green. Let's just put that down there. Green. Bit of grasses sticking up here. Not too much, but a little goes a long way. And KISS, K-I-S-S, keep it simple, stupid. I apply that to myself, of course, not to you good folk. Right, now I've got this lovely little squirrel brush here, this Triple O. It's a Pro Art Renaissance, well, highest quality pure squirrel mop brush. It's Pro Art, yeah, it's a Renaissance. Lovely little brush, just to put a bit of stuff on here. This works better on the Fabriano. Keep your brushes clean. Yeah, that would have been better with them with another brush, I think. Squeeze out the paint. Put it back in its little lid, in its little protector. Make sure you haven't got any bristles. Sticking out. There we are. That costs more than the Pro Art goat. Is it goat? Goat or squirrel mops. That was about £18. That's quite a lot. Really. Well, let's just put a little bit of twiggery in here. I'll sign it, but I've got to do some more work on that, but so I don't forget. I'll put a bird or two in. That'll do. Right, now gouache. I've got brushes everywhere because I'm fitting between the oil, acrylic and watercolour. I've got brushes everywhere, I've got paints everywhere, and I'll soon have to have my laptop up here as well. Right, this is me screw. This is my nylon acrylics. It's a bit stiff, with still got a bit of oil in there, bit of the fast drying oil. I have to give that another clean with some dishwasher liquid. No, I don't think it's going to work really. That's just a bit of a building on there. Right, I want a bit of red on some of this. Just a building on the... Now, have to be careful. If you're going to mix gouache on your palette that you're using watercolour, be careful to clean it up afterwards, because it will make your colours opaque. So I'm mixing a little bit of that white with some light red. So I've turned into a gouache now. Don't know if this will register. Okay. We'll rough some of that up a bit. Dark in there. There's some little bits of interest really. That's a nice darkish green around there. Oops, too dark green. Just so that shows up a little bit. think I've done that. But that hopefully will dry in a bit. Because I made the tree so big, it's difficult to put in some little yachts now. So we'll carry on just doing this. Oh, well, it doesn't look so bad from distance. Well, just adding a little bit of je ne sais quoi to it. I got too close to that. Oops. I thought to blend into that roof or the building. Turn over there a little bit. So that green is mixed from all sorts of colours. There's some sienna, some Payne's grey, some cadmium yellow. Well, I've done enough to that almost, just to straighten that up a little bit. Okay, that'll do. I think they're just a bit dark, but let's lift them out a little bit. Okay, just putting a couple of little houses in really, buildings in above the high water mark. Yeah. Catch a little bit of light. Right, I'm not going to do any more to that apart from put a mount around it. Put the clean mount around it. Well, there we are, not bad for a Monday morning. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit now. Whatever, a little lakeland scene, a couple of boathouses or houses, buildings on the shore. We could all even put a couple of little twiggy things, using some of that some gouache, but not white, just off-white. That would probably get lost in it. It's hard to get a wedge on this. Somebody, a friend of ours, is very ill, and he spent his main hobby was making making lead soldiers, and painting them. And he gave me, well, he asked me if I wanted boxes of these little tiny brushes, but I can't use them, and I'm ashamed to have them just for the sake of having them. I'm sure somebody will find a home for them. Just little flicks and bits of interest, but we don't want portraits of anything. I'm going to let that go. If that's as much as I really want to do, I'll just ruin it if I put too much of that in. Right folks, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.